This is the Marvel Legends series Iron Man in the silver Centurion armor. Now this is supposedly a Walgreens exclusive, but out here in Manila we do not have Walgreens. So I picked up this figure from my local Toys R Us at a whopping $30. So kind of sucks that you don't have the store where the store exclusive figures are supposed to be available. Let's cut this guy open. Okay. Very nice backdrop diorama right there. And then you have a look at the figure. The accessories look to be very similar. I think they are just remolded accessories that I think the 80 years Iron Man had, but it's done in this translucent lemon yellow, lemon drop type of clear plastic, translucent plastic. Even the some bits and pieces, some parts of the armor, the figure look to be very similar, particularly the thighs, the biceps, shoulders, the hips, the forearms are different, legs are different, feet are different. Yep, I thought they'd be the same. They are different. The hands, the open hands, they're different. And the fists are different. The open hands and the fists to me are brand new molds, I believe. Even the head sculpt is different. We'll do more comparisons when I bring out War Machine and the 80 years Iron Man later on. But let's just take a look at this figure, see what we've got. I kind of wish right now that I didn't go ahead and sell my my Build-A-Figure Ironmonger. That would have been nice if I'd kept that and I could do the diorama. I could do recreate that famous cover, Iron Man comic book cover with Silver Centurion and the Ironmonger, but I didn't really like that figure 100%. So, okay, let's look at the figure. It's pretty cool. It's actually nicer in person. I thought the red plastic from initial pictures and Photoshop images would be bland. It's actually pretty nice. It's the type of metallic flake plastic that Hasbro uses for a lot of their metallic, I guess, type of plastic they use for a lot of their figures. Even for some Transformers, I believe this marbled flake metallic type of plastic, red plastic, is the one they use, and it looks really nice. I love the sheen on it. I love the flake on it. It's really nice. All angles, like the shoulders, the torso, the hips, even the boots. Made of that really nice cherry metallic flake plastic. So very, very cool. Very happy with this, actually. Okay, in terms of articulation, let's go ahead with that. The head is on a funky type of articulation, I think. There's so much gap. There's such a big gap from where the neck ends to where the torso starts, and it's such a wide gap. I did not expect that. But you can clearly see there's a ball joint at the bottom, and there's a ball joint on top. So that's cool, I guess. That'll allow you some great range of motion. But when you are moving that head, it feels like the head is floating. Like, he's like a cyborg, Tony Stark, and only his head remains, and the entire body is like Darth Vader, and is all cyborg. So a little bit interesting with that. So waist is on a ratcheting swivel, ratcheting ab crunch, a little bit ratcheting ab crunch, and the shoulders, they've got a swivel right here. You go in and out. And what's nice about it is this entire shoulder pad rotates with the shoulder, much like what they did with War Machine. So I'm liking this new kind of engineering for the shoulder pieces for Marvel Legends, especially the armored ones. Very nice. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. It's recycled so we still can see the pins. Sadly, the fists are these I don't know what you call them. They're just swivel pegs, I suppose. There's no hinges on these. I guess that's the standard now for Hasbro. They're not going to put hinges anymore on the splayed hands, and that kind of sucks because the open hands are not just used for repulsor blasting poses. These are also used for carrying the helmet of Iron Man. If you do have him in his unmasked head sculpt and you'd love to remove the helmet and put it on his hand. Now it's entirely difficult or next near to impossible to carry that helmet because the hand is permanently placed in this repulsor blast position. I don't think Hasbro's realized that. Ball jointed hips, you go this way, a little bit loose on my copy. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, calf swivel. Does it have a calf swivel? Nope, not on my copy at least. Nope, it's stuck on tight. I don't want to risk ruining it. Somebody tell me in the comment section if at all this has a swivel. I don't think it does. Okay, the feet can go up and down, and they do have the rocker pivot. So very, very cool. And he's got these repulsor blasts, and you can connect. Oh, these should be for the thrusters on the boots. There we go. Okay, all right. And then more repulsor blasts right here. And of course you can replace the splayed hands with the fists, the closed fists, and these fists do have the hinge joints. So you can do this and you can do that. So, and then his head would be floating like that. And here are all three of them. The classic Iron Man figures, War Machine, 80 Years Iron Man, and the Silver Centurion. That head sculpt is actually from the 80 Years Iron Man. It's actually not pegged on to that ball joint. It's just resting on top of it, and if you move it, it's gonna fall off. It's not even on a halfway pegged in. It just won't fit. The hole on the head sculpt is just way too small for the ball joint peg that came with this figure. And if you look at it, the missing neck piece of this armor of this type of mold makes that head sculpt kind of look funny. It's just sitting way too low onto the armor, and it just kind of looks funny. And I'm gonna show you right now. It just can't. It should be a little bit higher. It should peg in just a tad bit higher like this, and it should have a neck piece. And even that way, the head sculpt is just, I don't know what happened. It looks too big for this body, but it looks perfect for this one. So that kind of sucks. And it was really difficult just trying to get rid of this, trying to remove this head sculpt on this ball joint, and it's really tight. I can't even put it back in. Then I'm screwed. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's really something wrong with this head sculpt, and I kind of wish they could have done something better with that, instead of making it like a floating helmet or something like that. But anyway, regardless of that complaint, I still think it's a great figure. I think it's an essential figure if you're collecting these comic versions of Iron Man. And the overall design of the armor, albeit it borrows a lot of the pieces, like the thighs, the biceps, shoulders, hips, and all that, the overall design of the armor makes it kind of feel like a completely different figure, despite having some retool and repainted bits and pieces here and there. I actually enjoyed it, except for that, the head sculpt floating around. But it's actually a nice figure. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much. The figure is going to get an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, the head sculpt really put it down. Maybe I can give it a 9, but because of the... Yeah, because of how funny it looks. I think it deserves an 8.5 out of 10. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed my review of the Iron Man Silver Centurion armor figure. It's a Walgreens exclusive, so best of luck to everybody hunting it down. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this figure. Is it a pass for you? Is it a must-have? If you're a big Iron Man fan, do you think you'd really need this in your collection? Let me know in the comment section, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, and if you want to help out and help me make more video reviews, help this channel out, please check out my Patreon account. There's a link in the description box below. Any form of contribution will be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching.